Hello and welcome back to our Fury's Riverlands. We did go in a cave down below as I'm trying to get to our local caves and did find a teleporter. So I do like having a little bit of a shelter here, and that way we can cover it up and it's recognizable on the map. It's not like one of those, let's try to find the ladder. Just kind of difficult sometimes, but I try to put a little something out just to at least mark it, and you can at least see it from a distance too. You're kind of like, oh, what's over there, if you don't necessarily know and you're just roaming around. So I usually just do a little 5x5 kind of thing. It doesn't take too much. If it was something like I used like a lot, then I might make like an actual building for it, but we'll have to see where this guy goes. And sometimes placing things in the block that you're trying to be in is a little difficult because it is stairs, so just gotta keep on trying there. Get on the edge of the block, turn this guy around, and then stick another dirt block down. So I can have this be up a little bit, and that way the drifters won't spawn on it. Just keep misclicking there. Alright. Go down below, we can get rid of our dirt. That way it looks all nice and neat and tidy. Get our other block out here. Okay, we'll get that all finished off. I think the other one fell below. We'll go down there and look for it. A little bismuth lantern. That is one of those nice things that business is good for at the start, is that you can make a pretty quick lantern from that. We'll stick that later. Alright, so I did find a torch holder down here, so I figured it would be a good idea to put one down here, and I did not block it off. Okay. There is a little bit of a ruin thing down there. That's how I ended up finding this. Let's get our 1, 2, and 3 gears in there. And then it's calculating where it should go to next. Much faster in, single player game, but multiplayer, pretty good still. If you got a lot of people on a multiplayer game, you might have to wait maybe up to a minute, but first thing, lock that off. See what goodies we got around here. We need to get rid of some of the useless rubble so we can walk around and such. And we are somewhere in a totally different spot. Of course. I'm seeing big trees, little ruins. We'll have to look around and see if we find any traders. Yeah, I'll take that. And I'll take the spear. That's a pretty neat spear. They look pretty good. Seeds don't need at the moment. And empties, empty, and empty. Okay, well then let's just start digging our way up and see what's out there. Alright, I had to go really far up. I tried going out, but it didn't work out. It's just a really tall hill that we're on, apparently. So, I'm gonna need to mark this spot so we don't lose our spot. Put in a teleport. What is that? Oh, okay. It's just a boar. I've not had a boar attack me. Okay. Well, we'll take the old pig sticker and stick the pig. Oh, you can kind of get down in there. Did he run away? Nope. He's still there. One more stick. Yeah, he might have run away this time. That is the thing. You can't do too much damage with the spear, so... he'll probably just be a poor hurting pig. Which means there's going to be other piggies in the area. Might get jumped. Ooh, some special leaves over there. So, yeah, red forest. That's what we're at. And I want to start heading to the west because that seemed to be a little more open area. And at least there's the little ruins if I don't find something else to look at along the way. We'll see how we go. Alright, so I've made my way a bit more south. Not anything interesting. Same kind of type of landscape. We're in the peridite. We got some ruins here. The start of this. And there's a little cluster of them all. Some vessels. The food might be useful. Small ones here. I don't think I want to dig up everything though. I mean, it might be something underneath. Well, technically there's something there. Not sure why the game still does that. Like, generates the grass layer, but that seems like a natural kind of thing that happened. There might be something here on the outskirts. Well, there wasn't. But I do have another setup for teleporter. And I got another 3 to go too, so I've happened to find another one that would work. This one is also not that far away. And hopefully maybe you'll go in a different direction. I mean, that's always nice. We do have a lot discovered on our map closer to like where Shanton and stuff are, because they've uncovered some. It's like wherever anyone's been living, that's where they tend to cluster, and I was hoping to get a cluster kind of in my area discovered, but a lot of the caves have not yielded much. There's tin and bismuth around here, but I'll grab a little food since it's here, and it'll last a while. And before we go into the next teleporter, because, well, I didn't grab stuff because I don't have the house space kind of thing done. I do not have a proper cellar, so I'm just kind of living day to day on stuff. You got the road extended a little bit more down here. I need to add more to it, and then we need to extend it up to these teleporters. So I managed to just kind of figuring out which kind of direction I want to go in across these rivers. So there's one over there. That's the original cave. And that's the second cave I went into, and that's the new teleporter. So I'm thinking probably extend the road across here. And I cannot parkour or whatever, so let's take the easy way up. And we'll just walk across here. Got a nice little shallow pond. That's kind of neat. There's the top of the other teleporter, so they're pretty close to each other. And this desert, I have found a lot of meteors in here. So like, I still got one that I've been digging out the stone in. Got to still finish that one up. I don't know what's with this desert. I think I've probably found 8 or 9 in this area. I mean, the couple were in the grassy areas, but it's been quite a bit. So I don't have any shelter thing done up around here, and I do not have any materials to do that. So we'll just carry on and go down into this instead. It's a very short distance down, which is kind of nice and convenient. And this was actually in a little ruin that this was in. I blocked it off with a little bit of wall. There's not too much cave left down there, but a little bit. This one did not have metal parts in there, so I had to bring some with me. And the one and that puts the one down below. The one goes up top, and the other one goes on the side gear thingy. And there we go. It's warping. I figured while it is doing its thing, let's get a little bit of bandage going. My armor's getting a little ruined, but I don't want to be surprised with whatever I am down below, so might as well get a little bit of healing. And then I got a little bit left. I'm using up my oddball bandages. Alright, so this ruin looks a lot the same. I'll block that off for later. See what is there at some other point. Maybe I'll bring a door or something there. And likewise, just a couple vessels. Oh no. That's the last teleporter I went into. Really? It's so close. But that one's closer to the other trader I did end up finding. Oh look, Lone Wolf's down here. There must be another teleporter somewhere up there. I mean, they're so close to each other, and up where I'm at, and kind of close here. That's a little disappointing. Well, let's start digging our way up anyhow and get a ladder. Alright, well, since it was pretty much the same thing, I came home. And we got other things to finish up here, which is finally getting some sort of power going. Don't know what it's going to be like, but I haven't done it. So I want to make this large water wheel since we got the river. I was kind of hoping that maybe the river would make it go really fast. Who knows? I've only done windmills, and you know, if I need to do something later, then we can do that later. It does take a lot of iron. So I think this was 18 plates of iron, all told. The barked log, that's just, no, don't do the aged one. Axe, hammer, log. Pretty straightforward, easy. I just figured let's get ahead and do that. Use up our other one. There we go. Put our stuff away. And I want to see what this thing looks like. I'm standing in the middle of the wheel. Well, sometimes things are pretty big when you're holding on to them, and sometimes they get a little bigger when you put it down. So we'll see. Hopefully. I mean, a large water wheel. I wanted it to be large. Oh, great, we have trapped bunnies in here. And I would have thought they would have ran right out, but they're not, so... Alright. This is still slightly slanted here. Obviously, we're going to need it to be not slanted. So, hopefully I can, I don't know, extend this out a little bit. And the rivers just do not cooperate. So, I mean, this is a strong current. You'd think this is going to make the wheel go really fast. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to call that piece of dirt lost. These rivers just are not your friend unless you want to swim in the direction that they're going. Then they're their friend. Okay, big, but it's in the wrong direction. Hopefully, just pointing it in the right direction on the block will make it. And we do want it over a block. Let's extend this out one more. Maybe it'll work better. Okay. Alright. Well, it does seem to be spinning and being pushed in the direction that the current is going in. And these blocks don't seem to be hindering it at all. Okay. But I'll get rid of them anyhow. Alright, So we got a ways to go to extend this guy in here. And we're gonna need to make a whole lot more, I'm pretty sure, because we're gonna need to get the wheel out here. Let's get the wheel. That's the pieces of the wheel. We want to go into a large wheel, so I want to make sure I save a piece left for that. So we've done 4 pieces of that already. And let's get some various pieces of wood going here. Put out our wheel pieces, and of course we gotta switch these, so I'll switch them around. There we go, large wheel. Done, don't have to worry about it. Got a few angled stuff made up. Oof, this tunnel's a little longer than I anticipated it to be originally. I just figured, yeah, bunnies, it's not gonna move it. And they're such a little target. They are sometimes difficult to dispose of. Yeah. I should have moved this guy out of the way first, but did not. Alright, guess we'll get rid of this one. That, and we do not need some sort of random couple of bunnies taking up server resources, so I don't want a bunny farm. And they have probably been stuck here for quite a while. But no more. They're no longer stuck. Alright. It's looking like we might need like a 15-ish, but I do not have a lot of this. And it takes 1 to make 2. So, out of this stuff, let's get need to get some logs out. I have most of my stuff still all over here, and I'm gonna run back over to my little hut so that we can get our wood. And I don't really have stuff that I don't want to use. Obviously don't want to use the acacia. I can bring some of that. Got our garden a little more sculpted out here, so wanted to get that kind of done and out of the way. Alrighty. There we go. A chisel, wood, fat, makes 2 of them. Put that back, and we only got 12. Yeah, this 12's not gonna do it. I think it's more like 24, a couple dozen. And then, even if we get all the way to here to the wheel, we're still going to need to get axles for the rest of the stuff. So we'll get back to that later after I've done the tedious thing of going and getting more resources. And then we can start digging down, and that was the previous lead mine, and start getting the basement done. Thanks for watching, and see you later.